They were the first ones back in, I think 2003, I was working full-time at a church, and Teresa and Brad were the first ones to suggest EMS and fire, of which I took them up on it. So, thank you, Brad and Teresa. This is completely your fault. I am grateful for you for it. I started at PVH Ambulance in 2004 or 5, somewhere in there. Worked a little bit, and all in my intent to get on the PFA. 2005 is when I interviewed. I was on the academy class with Tony Falvo and Kevin Fields, the whopping academy class of 8 people. So Levi in year 28 or 29. We had a lot of reps with 8 people.
Into 16 or zero.
Yep, we're around. We're here. We're going. Brian Curbs and Lisa Beard were my first folks that ever introduced me to EMS. They were on PVH Ambulance, and he gave me 3 pieces of advice right when I started EMS that have remained true through my whole career with fire, with certainly with EMS. And he said the first thing was, babies are slippery. And he's right, they are slippery. I've had the privilege of helping, I didn't get any birth, but helping several women give birth out in the field, one just a year ago or so down the street, and of course both my children. And babies are indeed slippery. His second piece of advice was bleeding always stops eventually. Also extremely true. In many different ways. And then his last one that carried with me most was that it's not your emergency. So as we go out, no one wants a freaked out, stressed out, someone who can hardly breathe kind of firefighter coming to their door at their greatest time of need. So he said, take a deep breath. It's not your emergency. So I held that dear for all of my time. I guess these guys probably do as well. We're pretty good at managing stress, or at least anxiety, which I have a little bit right now. My first career was Engine 2 with Brian Warren and Lynn Stoffer. And one of the things I remember about Engine 2 is that we went on my very first cardiac arrest ever as an EMT at Engine 2 back in 2006. And I remember turning the corner, and I was super ramped up, and I looked down, and I went, son of a gun. And I looked down at the guy, and he was a split image of Doc from Back to the Future. The guy that wasn't breathing, and for a minute, I didn't even help him. I just sat down. Do you know you can seriously do that? And then Warren kicked me, and we went into action. And then that's when I learned the guy actually made it, and he walked back into the station with a big flat cake about a month later to thank us. And that's when I learned one of the fire traditions that if someone brings you good luck cake, you eat all of it. So Brian Warren and Lynn Stoffer and I pounded an entire sheet cake in honor of Doc. Most of my time was spent on Engine 4 and Engine 5. I worked at very busy companies, and I loved it. And I'm super tired, so I'm excited to retire. Worked the longest, I think I just realized the longest tenured person I actually worked with was Eric Cook, 4 years on our sentencing down in Engine 5, which was fantastic. I did go on also thousands and thousands of medicals, all sorts of fires and things like that, and even a plane crash up at Houston, which on 9/11, which was super interesting. People have asked me, are you going to miss some things? Things you're going to miss and things you're not going to miss, and absolutely. Things I'm going to miss, crew dynamics, the camaraderie of the stations. Certainly the fact that the fire department operates in teams and I let them be alone, so that was awesome. Some things I'm not going to miss, cold dinners, sleeping, or not sleeping, I should say. Getting caught in the shower, totally soaked up. And then ripping your socks all the way to your shins because your feet are wet and the socks don't go on. All these guys know what I'm talking about. It's not that fun, actually. I'm going to miss that. I don't think I ever need to go with another suicide or bad call like that, so I'm not going to miss that. $50 million budget. That's what we got. Sorry, that's not a reflection of me, Mark. It's just. You guys work on that? But I do feel like it's. What do you do when you walk away from something you love? Which I actually love this career. It's an interesting decision to walk away. It feels a little bit like vacation to me. I tried to figure out what it felt like. like you go on vacation, you love vacation, but you realize at some point it's got to end. So even though I love vacation and I love the fire department, it's time to walk away from me. So I'm excited about that part of it. So others have asked what I'm going to do. My goal is to do nothing. I'm not getting another job. I'm not working for UCL. Inside joke. Yeah, Michelle and I are I'm gonna help her with the business. We're gonna live in Fort Collins. We're not going anywhere. We bought a van. We might live down by the river. Who knows? We're gonna travel a lot, and it's been a fantastic career. But it'd be wrong of me not to thank some folks. I'm here because of a whole lot of folks in this room who believed in me and trained me and stood beside me and hung out with me on crews, of which I'm extremely grateful for all of those folks in the room. I think most of you know who you are. Also grateful for my family, obviously Michelle, JC, and Jessup. They put up with the firefighter schedule, the old one and now the new one, and all the birthdays and sports events I missed, and I don't know, the holidays, all the things. But there was also a lot of really fun times at the station with all of those things as well. So grateful for you and for Patty and Fred. You know, that's my mother-in-law and father-in-law. It's like they also put up with my schedule when trying to schedule anything with family. So I'm grateful for you guys coming alongside me. And then for sure, Amy, last but not least, Amy, this is my hand over here, Michelle's hand. I didn't know how to put two words together to get interviewed. She helped me on my original interview, and she certainly helped me get promoted to be captain. So I'm grateful for her all for the time she put in. So thank you. I leave happy and I leave excited that I was part of this organization. Kind of excited about the next season, to be quite honest. So thank you for coming.